And we're live.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Two Friends Live with Wine. This is our first pre-recorded show because Laura is going to Florida on Sunday. So this is actually Thursday evening. We'll be posting this on Sunday.
Thursday evening, June 1st. People,
Oh my God, it's the first day of June.
First
I
day
didn't
of June.
realize that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
My
first day of June.
is due.
Already. How the hell did that happen? I don't freaking
know. This year went so fast already.
I don't know, but that winter was a freaking hell of a freaking winter. I didn't think it was ever going to stop. We went from winter to summer. It's like 90 degrees today. We're at Boise Ranch.
It's not 90 today.
We're
yesterday.
at Boise Ranch in Boise.
Yay, Boise Ranch Golf Course. We love you. Thank you for letting us do our show here.
Boise,
Second
Idaho.
time.
And that's where we are.
You want to introduce the wine?
Oh, yeah. So we're drinking white wine today. White. Cheers, my friend. So we are drinking Lagaria Pinot Grigio, and she's on a Vespa. I recommend it. A Vespa is like a moped, but it's only in Italy, and they're super cool. I've literally watched.
We're going there next summer.
I watched a show about how they've done Vespa over and over, and the way that they keep redoing it so that it's upgrading to keep up with the technical side of it. But they're pretty cool. It's a moped.
That's why there's a picture of that on the bottle.
That is why there's a moped on the bottle. Okay. So, we are going to talk about two things today. We're going to talk about negative and positive to outweigh each other.
Right.
We're going to talk about getting rid of the negativity in your life to make room for the positivity in your life, because the world is way too negative. Everywhere you go, somebody's always negative. You have to cut those people off at the freaking knees.
And we've been trying so hard to be positive and positive in our life and positive in the things that we want to bring in our life. And it is hard. We even know the things that we're supposed to do, and we still get caught up in it, taking things personally and letting go of all of that. And sometimes it's a very, very long ordeal.
Sometimes too long. Just saying. I have to remind myself not to be. Okay, we may have to beep.
Sorry, we're supposed to beep each other out when we do that.
Yes.
It's okay.
So, anyways,
It's okay.
It is okay. So we're gonna first start off with you.
With me?
Yep.
Oh, because
we're gonna start off with getting rid of the negative. Okay. How are we going to start off with it being in the negative? I'll start with you, and then I'll share with how I get rid of negative.
Do I need to explain my little black box?
Yep. Explain your little black box.
Oh, my gosh. Where do I start?
We're going to start with the box.
With my little black box.
Here's the box.
So
black.
We read a lot about how to bring positive things into your life and how to get rid of negative. And I know and hopefully, I guess the whole thing in doing this is maybe this will help somebody out there, because we've had people ask us today, but how do you let go of all those negative things in your life? And
it's not easy.
And it isn't easy. It isn't easy. You have all these negative things that you have in your life. And I've gone through a lot of stuff in the last probably year, a lot in the last year, a lot in the last 4 years of my life. And I created this little black box. And basically, I'm not going to read what's in here, but you can see there's a lot of things in here that all these papers are things that I hate. And I'm not a person.
It's not a person. It's just things that
I hate. And I'm a very positive person. I have a hard time carrying around hate and anger, and I've been really struggling with that lately. And so I created this little black box, and I put everything in here that I hate right now. And my whole thing in this is I'm going to burn it, and it's my way of letting go and putting the past behind me and moving on to the future, because I only want positive things in my life, and I really know what I do want in my life now because of all the negative things that I've had in my life. And it's just, I guess, my way of being able to take that step away from that and just finally just let it all go, because what is doesn't matter, what was doesn't matter.
Nope.
It's the way that you want your life to be that matters, and the way that you envision your life to be that matters. And so this is my way of letting go of all the things that I hate that have happened in my life.
So,
You
What?
have something
I have.
that
I
you
have.
do too.
I
So
have.
we all have our own little
We
things.
have all our own things. Maybe you know what? I think the ice cube tray would also work with things that you want to get negative out of your life as well.
Absolutely.
I have and I have tested it and it has worked. I wanted people out of my life because I don't hate people. I just don't want them in my life. They don't bring anything good or valuable to me. So I have taken a little piece of paper, write their name on a piece of paper, fold it up, then I put it in an ice cube tray, and I freeze them out of my life. I know it sounds ridiculous,
It's no more ridiculous than my little black box.
but
It's a symbol. It's the symbolism that matters.
But if you make if you make it visual, then you fulfill it as a positive. You make it happen. Like writing down goals. You can have all the goals you want, but if you don't write them down, it means nothing because you forgot what you wanted to do.
Or if you make excuses and never go after them. I read an article on that today. Then it's pointless having your goals if you don't.
It's like having a vision board. If you have a vision board, have you ever done a vision board?
Yes, I do actually have a vision board in my phone. I downloaded an app and I have a vision board.
It's awesome because a vision board has everything that you want to accomplish in 1 year. I've done it with Tiffany, our friend Tiffany, at the beginning of the year of all the things that you want, and that's your main focus. If you focus on the positive stuff, and we're going from negative to positive really quick.
Well, because we don't want to concentrate. That's the thing.
I don't want to
you don't want to
concentrate.
concentrate on the negative in your life. You want it out of your life. You want it
No.
gone. You want it done.
But going back to the how, when I get negative and bad stuff is happening, I immediately go to my happy place and I remind myself that this is not the worst thing that can happen. It's not. I've had the worst thing happen. And I take that and I always compare it to something that I'm experiencing today. And I'm like, nope, that doesn't compare. I don't get to have a pity party. I get to be upset. I get to be angry. And then I have to give myself the time to go, nope, I'm done.
It's kind of like when you say, I never, I can't remember how the saying goes about how you always complained about the shoes that you wear until you met a guy that didn't have any legs. There's always somebody that has worse things going on out there, and it's kind of like the same. There's always worse days. We make it through these hard times, and we each have our own way of trying to put the past behind us. And the ice tray and the little black box is just something that Laura and I use. Everybody else has their own way of doing it, and whatever it is, it's just a symbol. It's a symbol to put it behind you. You get to start
Whatever works.
fresh. So whatever works.
Works for you.
Do it.
Sometimes it's just writing stuff down. Okay, here's another thing I've done. I am a single mom. I was very angry at my daughter's father. So I wrote a letter. Never sent it, but it helped me to get my feelings out. It didn't, because I didn't want to hear what the answers were. It didn't matter. It didn't change my theory. It didn't change my life. It didn't change what I was going through. I just had to write the letter, and I kept the letter for myself to go, oh, I remember that time. But it just felt good to write it down, to you have to somehow get rid of your negative energy. If you don't, here's what happens. You hold on to that. The only person that you're hurting is yourself, because the person that you're actually angry at has no freaking clue.
It does.
They don't know.
Have no clue. They
don't know. So you're holding on to that negativity.
It only hurts you.
Yes,
it only hurts.
Yes,
it only hurts yourself.
You're holding on to
no
that.
One to hurt but yourself.
And the person that you're actually angry with or upset with is going on with their daily lives and it doesn't matter.
And they have their own karma to deal with.
Yeah, well,
karma.
What do you do when negative wants back in? Well, yeah, that's
wow, that's a huge question. We just had somebody ask us a question. What do you do when negative wants back in?
Well, I listen to Abraham Hicks. Many people don't know about Abraham Hicks, but when I have anything that's negative, if I'm depressed, if I'm sad, if I'm just having like an uncontrollable emotion, I need positive energy. I need to be snapped out of it, because keeping it too long drags on, and then it changes, and then you don't know how much it will take to get you out of it. I've been.
But when
ahead.
you have something come into your, when you have something that you've let go of that created a lot of negative energy in your life, and all of a sudden it wants to come back into your life, what do? I'm a firm believer that everybody deserves a second chance. But when you're on your third, fourth, fifth chance, there comes a point in your life where you take a stand. People don't change. People can change, but the core person of somebody, I think, doesn't. I think that when you're young, maybe, but as you
Their
get
spots
older,
never change.
there's certain personality traits in someone that are never going to change, and you need to accept that. And as hard as it might be, everything happens for a reason. And you learned a lot of lessons in that. And would you really want that back into your life? Did it bring anything into your life? Did it make you happy? Is it something that you want to go through again? I mean, how many times do you have to go through something before you finally get it? And it's not that life is here to teach you lessons. It's just that you're here.
No, life is here to teach you
It
lessons.
is here to teach you lessons, but you're here also to learn from them. From them, and at some point, you just need to say, you know what, I'm done, let it go, because it's never going to be what you want it to be.
Some of us don't learn.
And they'll keep going through it until you do.
I'm sorry,
but
some
that's
of
the
us
problem.
don't learn.
I know. Some people don't
Some
learn,
of us
and
have
you
to
will.
go.
Why do you think people are in these relationships that are on again, off again, on again, off again?
I'm going to interrupt you. How many times do you have to hit your head against the wall and go, oh, damn it, that shit hurts?
But that comes
I'm sorry, but that's true. That's a fact.
I know.
Oh, no, we're going to do this again. Nope, we're going to try this again.
How many times are you going to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different results? That's what being crazy. That's the definition of crazy. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
I just cursed again, but that's an Einstein theory.
I know that people can change.
Not really.
But I would like to I would like to give people the benefit of the doubt that they can change. But I think that when you go through a lot of bullcrap with someone, a lot of negativity, a lot of dishonesty, a lot of betrayal. I mean, I think as you get older, some people don't. That core value, it's the core value of someone that can change. We can change our habits.
Okay,
yes.
But that changes as, okay, what I wanted when I was 20 is so not what I want when I'm 45 plus.
Definitely.
It's not.
Let's flip this. We know all about the negativity and getting the negative. What do you want in your life? What do you want in relationships, career, jobs? What do you want?
I want
How has it changed?
What I wanted at 20, I wanted a big family. I wanted to be married. I wanted the white picket fence. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. You know what I got? I got none of that shit. I got a repeat of what my life was. A single mom with one child and trying to make it on my own. So that's what the cards dealt me, and I'm good with that. I don't regret one bit of my life.
Because I
learned so much, but I wanted opposite of how I was raised.
But you can't have regrets as long as you've learned from that. But you will have regrets if you don't learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn.
So now I'm almost 50, and you know what? I want to grow old with somebody. I want where the person that I'm with keeps me on track, makes me happy, has my back, and just respects and honors. Honors is a bad word. Just respects.
Respectful to your
respectful
feelings,
to me, and I'm respectful to him. Now I'm to the point where what I give is what I want.
Right.
What I give is what I want.
You put out there what you want back, and you hope that the person that you're with. We don't give to receive, but you put out there what you want back. So you hope that the person that you're with and you love gives back what you're giving. And when they don't,
walk away.
Do
you know what? You're supposed to give without expectations.
Right. You give without expectations.
In my 20s, I gave until I expected what I wanted back.
Life should be easy. You want somebody who just makes your life easy. You want to be happy.
I want to be happy. I don't want drama. I don't want complications. I want communication. I want just to be easy.
And you have that with Kelly.
I do. I absolutely do.
And I've learned a lot.
I will tell you, the first 3 years, every card, every flower I ever got, do you know, everything that ever said to me was, let's just keep this fun.
And that's what it should be. It shouldn't be hard. It should be
it should
easy.
not be hard. It should not be
easy.
hard. It should be easy.
When-
I'm telling you, we just celebrated our 4-year anniversary together, and the first 3 years, everything that I got was like, just keep it fun. If you just keep it fun, you don't make it complicated. And that's what I've done. Now we're just like, we're making it fun, but we're past that. Now we have to make sure we're having date nights. And I'm like, we get our calendars together, and I'm like, I want a date night. He's like, okay. And he has to ask me out on a date, and then we plan it. He has to plan it, or I have to plan it. And I'm like, and it brings us closer together. And as a long-term relationship, you have to keep that fire going. You have to make sure that you're in check with the person and not just, take people for granted.
What happens when you're in a relationship with someone though, and they put their own stress and pressure on themselves for all these expectations that they think that maybe you want or what everybody else thinks they should do, and it's nothing. I mean, it's nothing that you even ever wanted. I mean, all
you have to talk about it,
but they don't get it.
But you have to talk about it.
See, and I've learned.
It all goes back.
I know, but they don't get it. People, and I'm not saying I put and maybe people put pressures on themselves in relationships, and they shouldn't do that. It's all about having fun. It's all about waking up in the morning with somebody that you love being there with. It's about somebody who has the same moral values that you have, and not just saying it, but actually showing it through their actions. It's about somebody who makes you laugh, and not in a sarcastic, mean way, but somebody who has your back, somebody who would do anything in the world for you. And it's not all about sex. Sex is a good thing. Sex is amazing.
Well, sex helps stress.
Sex
I'm sorry,
up there, but
nope, I'm just going to put that out there.
Let's talk about
sex helps stress.
I'm
sorry.
Sex is amazing.
But there was a but there.
There was a but. You want to be with somebody who puts just as much effort forward as you do. You don't want to be with somebody who thinks it's their job to do that. You want to be with somebody, you're both having fun. It's about both of you. And I know guys want to
having
the girl,
fun is on both
but
sides.
It's about both of you. It's about both of you having fun and doing things together and not putting it's just about both energetically doing it. It's about intimacy.
It's about intimacy. It's about that you could have. Wait, can I interrupt?
Yes.
Intimacy is not just sex.
No, absolutely not. It's about everything that goes
It's about
with it.
The little things. It's about how somebody does something out of the ordinary. Just because.
Not just because they think it's their job. It's because you are together, because you're amazing together, and they're doing things for you, and you do things for them.
You want the best for the other person as much as you want for yourself.
Right.
Sometimes it's
you
about
thinking each other's needs.
You think, yes, and that's where the sex part comes in, that you fulfill the other person. You know what I'm talking about?
Sex isn't the top. But
well, it's in the top 5 for me.
It's in the top. It definitely is in the top 5.
I mean, top 2.
I mean, there's also a lot about having things in common. And when you're in a relationship with someone, don't stop doing the things that you love.
No, you still that's where I was going with this. You still have to have date nights.
You have to have your life. You have to have your own life and do your own interests away from each other, because you can't stop doing the things that you love when you're with someone, because then you lose who you are. It takes so long to learn that lesson.
Well, here's how I see that going out, is that the first year, you are not yourself. You end up being more of the other person than you are of yourself. But after a couple of years being in a relationship, you have to figure out what makes you happy, because this is really key. This is huge for me. Kelly, out of all the guys I've ever dated, he looked at me and was like, I am not the person that's going to make you happy.
Nobody's responsible for your happiness but you.
But you know what? I never heard that before.
Well, nobody is responsible for anybody else's happiness.
That is what he said to me. He's like, I am not responsible for you being happy.
So here's the thing. You have to be selfish, and I know that sounds really horrible, but you have
Not
to be
in
selfish.
a bad way.
No, and that's what I'm saying. It's not in a bad way. You need to make yourself happy, because when you are happy, everyone else around you is happy. But it's in a good way. It's not being selfish that you're neglecting their needs. I mean, you're giving them everything that you want to give them because you love them and you want to be with them. And you're making yourself happy because you're a giver and you're doing that. But
Not
nobody
everybody's a giver.
It's unconditional love is being happy regardless, and loving someone regardless of the conditions that are going on, regardless of what they're doing. You love them. People make mistakes. We all do. Nobody's perfect. But you still love them. But
Not everybody's a giver.
not everybody is a giver. And when you're giving more than what you're getting back, at some
There's
point,
takers.
there are takers. And that's
We
when
talk
you
about
need to decide
takers.
if the person that you're with is the right person that you even need to be with. Because you're not, you don't give with the expectation of getting back. And you do need to be selfish to the extent of where you're making yourself happy and living your independent life, but you're still giving to the person that you love. But you still need to be getting that back. And if you're not, then you need to take a step back and think, am I with the right person? Because you do need to get that back. And you're not expecting it, but two people who are happy with themselves and love their lives and happy with who they are, they're going to be totally giving to each other for 100%. And it's not even going to be an issue. But if you're with somebody who's not happy with themselves or happy with their life, that's where selfish takes a bad turn. And people who are not happy with themselves can only give. People who are not happy with themselves and don't love themselves can only give as much as they give themselves. And they're probably not capable of being there. And maybe that's where you need to decide what you really want in life. Like, what are the things that you really want in a relationship? You want somebody who has the same moral values as you. You want somebody who makes you laugh in a good way without making fun of you all the time. You want somebody who is amazing in bed. You want somebody who wants to go out and have fun on the weekends and travel and do trips. And I mean, that's what
That's you.
That's what I
That's
want.
not
I want to
everybody.
travel. I want to do trips. I want to.
Doing what?
I can't read that.
Okay. Our next show,
Oh, we gonna.
we have to feel good about ourselves.
Well,
No matter
yes.
what.
No matter what, you have to.
At the
feel
end
good
of the
about
day, you have
yourself.
to feel good about yourself.
Feeling fabulous, hair and makeup, feel good about yourself.
Yes. So
That's not our next show though, because Annette and I are going to be doing our next show, and we're not doing that. When Laura gets back from Florida,
we're gonna
we'll
wrap this
do
up.
that.
Okay. Not only that I'm going to Florida, but then I'm going on a cruise to the Bahamas. Don't be jealous. But I am so excited because Kelly has never been to the East Coast. I get to show
love
him my
the East
hometown.
Coast.
I get to introduce him to some of my family, only some of you guys. And we're going to go on a cruise, and we're going to go to Epcot, and then I'll be back. And then we're going to do another show. But in the next week, I'm going to have a fill-in. Then after that, I'll be back, and then
And it'll
I'll
be on my birthday.
I'll talk. Oh yeah, it'll be on
I
your
know,
birthday.
next Sunday's my birthday.
Yep. So, anyways,
Happy birthday to me.
okay, not yet.
Okay.
You can do that while I'm gone.
Okay.
Anyways,
I have big plans.
how do we end our shows all the time?
If you don't like what we say, don't take it personally. This is merely our opinion.
That's our opinion.
And we love you all.
We love you guys.
We love
Thank
you
you so
all
much for watching
joining
us. Thank you so much for watching us. And we know you have other things to do,
We will
but
see you
but we are
next-
funny.
Next Sunday at
Not next Sunday.
yeah.
Okay, not without me.
Yeah.
I'll be watching. I'll
June
be
11th.
watching.
We'll see you next Sunday, June 11th at 6
Bye-bye.
p.m.
Turn it off.
I can't find the mouse.
It's that way.